leave her alive. See where this can go. That out nice. All full. Start filling that in with dirt and see what happens. That. Dirt. For those of you just joining and watching the VODs, I'm just trying to bring this down a level, bring it up a level with dirt, so that I can put farms there, because the farms need dirt to be planted on. Otherwise, they obviously work. No, you don't. Why are you trying to reach? So you're oh. They're only struggling because they don't know algorithm. I don't know. Says, pick one of these spots, and then it just finds a random spot in the middle. And it's like, oh, I can't reach it. What the? I can only go here, stupid. So am I. Actually, what I want to do is fill this in. and do a bigger power plant setup. This is a nuclear power plant. Goes in the VODs. Now, listening in. This is a nuclear power plant. Kind of described a little bit of it yesterday. Who knows with the ADHD moment? Who knows where I went? Basically, you feed this fuel, water gives you steam, and then spent fuel, and then you can actually process this down into other things like reprocessed uranium, plutonium, and fission product. This is garbage. You actually have to. The only option for this is to let it sit in here. Let it sit in there, and then over the course of 100 years, it will decay and become retired waste. At that point in time, you can scrap it into recyclables, and then that can go into iron, copper, aluminum, gold, or glass. So, and with just 2 of these running at 300%, I can go up to 400%. I just don't have enough water. They have enough to produce 12 the high pressure steam turbines, which then in turn is 12 low pressure steam turbines, which is enough for 36 megawatts of power, or of kinetic energy, which is 15 megawatts of power, which they're not producing right now because I don't have the consumption of power. But you have to keep these running and producing power, or producing rotational force. Otherwise, these will overheat and then go boom. So, not. What I'd like to do too, in my next design, to make sure there's a buffer tank, storage tank up here somewhere, like that, or bigger maybe, because if a problem does arise where this starts overheating, it can't output steam, doesn't get enough water, whatever, the buffer tank, you have 2 sets of imports. This is regular coolant, which then turns into steam for you to use. This line here is the emergency water supply. Obviously, you see I haven't tied in together. Did not know much about it when I started the project. Now I do. So hopefully, with any luck, I'll figure it out a little bit more. Get a little bit better of a design, nice and crisp. And, you know, if you want to, make blueprints of them. Allow you guys to copy them for later use if you so choose to. We'll see where that goes. But for now, what we can do, and I'm just kind of sitting here looking at it, staring at it, thinking, what I can do is just start. I don't have a lot of space, that's the problem. It hasn't filled in enough yet to create a lot of space to design one. Not very even yet. Subject to change soon. Oh, you know what I can do to speed that process up? Stop you guys from dumping. Stop filling this in. Stop doing good things. Stop doing this thing. That's mining. This is getting filled in. That's all done. So let's stop filling you in. Which will actually probably speed up the amount of work that these guys can do. I can do another one of these. So I'm just trying to make sure that it'll feed one first, and then focus the rest on wherever else it can. So this way, this is always full. Actually, we're gonna do this. Take that away. We need to build. Yeah, we got enough unity to build this stuff. Get it done with. And output priority. This way, it's just a little bit faster. Iron into its own little hole. Right now it's not. I don't know if I need more iron though. I really don't use iron for a whole lot. I could change that. Leave some pressure off the steel. We'll see. Get rid of you. Oh, what? Have enough. Good. Over here. Stack them in somehow. I'm not sure how yet. So I'm thinking right now, because I might. So these guys are burning up diesel just because I have them set to. They're allowed to power surplus consumers. So basically, with that button clicked, they're always going to be running, always going to be burning 18 diesel for 60 seconds or 60 times because I'm in ×3 speed, so that's a little bit faster than seconds. I'm doing that so this stays running because as you're processing crude oil down, you create sour water. Take sour water, add some steam to it, we get back sulfur, ammonia, and water. Well, ammonia plus oxygen gives you fertilizer. Fertilizer, organic fertilizer, will give you tier 2 fertilizer. As you can see this one here. Oh, which one's doing my organic fertilizer? I'm confused. Oh, right. Organic fertilizer, ammonia, and oxygen gives you fertilizer 1. So, I'm trying to run this, but I don't want to run it too much because these pipes can only handle so much. And these units here, which are scrubbing my exhaust, trying to make it safer for my people, can only handle so much. And this is just about maxed out for this pipeline. These two are just about maxed out for this pipeline. That and this here is all part of it. A lag spike there, but this adds exhaust into it as well. Should be these guys. Yeah, should be the arc furnaces adding 12, unless they're doing scrap, which is 6. And then, sorry about that. And then the process to go from molten iron to molten steel adds 36 exhaust. I gotta keep an eye on my consumption of steel here when this maxes out. So 12, 36 is 48. 48 times 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14. So 672 exhaust, which is actually over for this pipe. Well, plus this is over for this pipe. This can only handle 900. And between these two, that 900 is just under what these can handle. That's just about maxed out. So if I max out the pipe, I basically max these out. I'd rather just not have does have a little bit of cushion. Like, okay, yeah, I know these are going to produce this pipe plus a little bit more. I'd just rather not push it. And these diesel generators alone are, again, almost maxing out this pipe, because that's 24. I've got 15 per 15? 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 16 per row. So 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 768. These are almost coming close to maxing out. So once I add the iron in there, this pipe is completely maxed out. I do have it. Oh, that's right. I have this splitting because it is maxing out, and the splitting over to here. So half of the 600 and something is going here. Half is going here. The other half is going here. But it also, that last segment gets added, has this adding into it. This. Oof. I keep an eye on that. 12. And so it's 120 from here. Yes, you don't. You wouldn't know. 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 12. 6. 96. 8. Plus. So it's half of whatever this was. $16. 48. $672. 72. 216. 88 just from these two. Actually, the 672 is in half, so that's 336. Okay, 552 going there. Okay. Should do another priority here. Nah. It'll sort itself out. So do I max these out and really increase my production of fertilizer? No, we're doing good for fertilizer. Okay. Yeah, you'll rotate. I just fixed you, so some of these may not be up to par. Yeah, see? If you don't have crop rotation, your fertility, the requirement for fertility from the crop is a lot more. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Oh, you left already. I don't know how long ago that was. I'm sorry. So, You don't have crop rotation, so if I was doing veggie, 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 veggie all the way across. No, you're there. Well, hello. How are you? So you need more more fertilizer, more or less. If you don't rotate your crops, which is kind of like, I know who it is. I know who exactly who you are, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate the view. I appreciate it. So, you have to rotate your crops a little bit. It looks like you only need one rotation to fix that, right? Ooh, maybe not. You might need 2 rotations. So basically what this means is this increases the amount of use I need, the amount of fertilizer I need to keep going. Now, if I was to do veggie, potato would work. For some reason, when I was doing that, I didn't have enough vegetables to supply my settlement here. As it is, they're still low. I don't know what the answer is for that. I've got potatoes coming out my ears. To the point, these guys are still backed up. Yeah, these are full by 133, so they're not collecting anything. So, yeah, this is the only one collecting anything. So I have to, when I move these farms, the only reason why I haven't done it yet, when I move these farms over here, you're going to start like right, they're going to start like right here somewhere. They're going to go over and then down this way. There's going to be an area like that, maybe, or whatever. We'll figure it out. Uh-oh. You're at 50%. Okay. And I need to hurry up. Notify me when you're a little bit more full. You have to keep spent fuel in an underground facility and having... So... having them on belts too long will irradiate the area, and then because of that, you're going to lose people. When you start losing people, then obviously you start losing workers, and eventually your whole base will shut down because you don't have enough people doing the work. So you don't want to irradiate your area. So that's why I have this telling me when it's getting full. I told it at 50%, so I could keep an eye on it. I'm hoping it's going to last the other 50% for these guys. You know, the other 50% will last, hopefully long enough. What are you? How full you're getting close to. In fact, you should be letting me know here any second, actually. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, and another 80 fuel. It'll let me know that, hey, I'm 50% full too. So keep that in mind that it's 80 fuel. We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it lasts long enough to where I can start building this. And then I don't know. I don't know how long it can be on the belt for before it starts affecting people. So that's why I have them so close right now. Over here, I'm going to start playing a little bit more with our distance. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, with any luck, it won't matter too much. I'm hoping. We'll see. Because when you start setting things up, like, you can process this down. You know, obviously we did see that already. You can process this down. You can go into the nuclear processing plant, get your spent fuel, some acid, glass, You can see that stuff. But actually, no, we won't have to worry about that too much. So I can have this come right out of the. I can have it come right out or right into here, and as long as this keeps up with the plant, which it will, because one of these will service 4 of these all the way on high. Because just for a second here, this is producing 2 waste, 2 spent fuel. And that takes 8. So every 60 seconds. This spends the fuel every 60 seconds. So I can service 4 of these at 400%. And as long as everything else stays up to par, the molten glass and the acid, which it should, I won't have a backup on the line. So as long as it goes right into here, I have the 4 of those units. This isn't straight, but that's okay. I have those 4 units there. Then I can have belts come down and in. I'm hoping that's not too long of a stretch. If it is, hopefully we can do something like that almost. So it's not as much of a stretch. Hopefully that won't make a difference. And in that case, I'll just have to do 2 of these, and they'll just only run half the time. Hopefully. But only time will tell for that. As of right now, I'm just kind of waiting to see what else I can do. What else I can mess up here. Maybe start working on my settlement a little bit more, because I want to expand it. As you can see, this is kind of my final expansion this way. So I'm not going to put any more of these units down here. This is the last row. So now I got to move all this into its more permanent home. I'm just debating how far I want to make this go. Because this is creating household goods, if you weren't here in the last stream, or if you haven't watched the VOD. This is household goods. And it's just something to help with Unity. Nope, wrong one. See right here, household goods gives me a 2.45 when it's maxed out, which adds into my Unity, and then whatever I subtract from it. I got 4 boosts. Ooh, maintenance. I almost forgot about that. Where you at? Right here. You guys keeping up now? Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. We're keeping up now. I can turn up Unity off. So Unity you use for your coal mine, your limestone quarries, uranium mine, oil rigs, which is a very big one. You only have so much oil on your land, just like any other resource. But so you're trying to boost your Unity. My next one I gotta add in there is household appliances, electronics. Oh boy. Gotta keep the hospital up. This keeps them healthy, so that if their health drops too much, you actually start losing people. The only thing I'm doing that's a negative for them right now is air pollution, and that is because this is still polluting. I have not done anything with that. It just goes into an exhaust pipe and then goes out. As you can see, there it is. He has this 30 air pollution. So I do need to tame that down, which when this gets finished, I can put an iron setup right here that makes just iron, and I can tie that pipe in with, this is just gonna be my exhaust scrubbing area. I'll just run a pipe over, boom, done with it. Probably out the front or something, I don't know, figure that out later. And what else is causing pollution right I think that's it. Nope. Over here is pollution, I think. You're not pollution. You are pollution. Yes. You're dumping carbon dioxide in the air. This is not pollution. This is nitrogen. It does not cause any pollution, luckily enough. Oh, and this is doing pollution. Yeah, because that's exhaust. So this is creating plastic. Plastic is used. Do a lot with it actually. I can create snacks, which is actually a good thing to have. Again, that's another food item. Food does help. Having a variety of food will help your unity. And biomass, which turns into, I can do two things with biomass. I can either turn that into power, or I can turn that into, where's my biomass? Oh, fertilizer, organic fertilizer, which, as you can tell, full. So I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. We'll see. And then your exhaust, right? Are you exhaust? Not exhaust. Yes, you are. You're carbon dioxide. So that's pollution. Again, once I can start cleaning up these segments here, start running pipes the way I want to run pipes to get, to get the exhaust away. That'll all change. All that, I will have minimal to no air pollution. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I did have quite a bit of vehicle pollution, but then I did some research, in here, and was able to get hydrogen vehicles, and hydrogen vehicles do not cause air pollution. Actually, anything running on hydrogen, and I have boilers up here to prove it. This is what I'm looking for from the boiler. This would be the quote bad. Oh, why are you backing up on Steve? Oh, what did I do there? 36 times 6. Huh. Hey, guess what? Can I fit another one in you here somewhere? Please say yes. Nope. That's okay. Because I can exhaust that. I don't really need all that water. And that's why this is running so quick. Oh, yeah, I gotta do that now. Waste management, smokestack. So 36 times 6. 216 minus, what are you taking? 96. 120, so it's 2 of the small smokes. I can do that. I can just do that. And 2 small smokestacks. Yeah. So that's actually not what I want to do. Do that. gonna do a priority. So at least, so what I'm doing here is I am getting water back from the depleted steam, which is just helping my water supply, so I don't have to worry about either bringing in water like I am here, or from the ship, or bringing water in from here. I'm trying to minimize the amount that I have to bring in, which with these not putting their water back into the system is hurting me a little bit, but I get enough. I get enough. Do I get enough water back from anything? No, I don't get any water back from all this. So. No, but I do get water back from these guys. This is, again, the sour water gives us regular water back, so that gives quite a bit of water back. These guys only need, the only water I have is 48 that I need for these guys. Not a big deal. What are you doing? You're waiting for that to fill. Alright. Oh. I'm going through so much uranium. Let's go over here. Let's boost our uranium a little bit just to help us out. Because it should be 160. So 1.6, not 160, 1.6. Boosted up by 0.8 unity to run this. And another 50 people. But, okay. Obviously, I have more room for expansion for people. We'll see what happens. So the question is, I go up to 10,000 people, 7,440 people use 62 and a half. If I can make, just a guess here, I can make 100. I think at 10,000 people, that'd be enough. And then if I need more, I can always add another module. Now, what am I making here? 16, that's 64, 96. Yeah, make this a module, so 96. Then I can start my next module here. You guys are waste. I think I went through and tried to figure out. It doesn't matter if we do compact waste or regular waste. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference whether I use compact waste or regular waste. Now the question is, how much fuel gas am I? Hey, more math. You are producing 461. You're consuming 160. That's 320. I'm not using that, so we're doing 80% of our capacity, which is not good. That's high. 36 each round. 18. Okay. Oh, why are we so full? Come on, guys. Can we use fuel gas? Or are we using fuel gas? And why are we not using enough of it? I had it going somewhere. Because we're just not using enough plastic. Subject to change soon. I can burn it off, but then that creates exhaust that I don't want to deal with. Or pollution. If it gets too full, I can put it into a flare. It just creates a lot of pollution. And this little thing here is it's decreasing my maintenance usage by 4%. And if I add a second one, it would be it's in half, so that's only going to produce 2% with a combined of 6%. What I don't know is now if you add a third one, if it's half of the 2% or half of the 4%. You know, if it's you know. But I built this in a very wrong spot because I can't access these pipes. Right, yeah, I know you do. We're working on it. It should be coming back online here in a second. Yeah, it is. You guys producing? Or are you not? You're waiting for steam. Why is my steam so low? Come on, produce, guys. What are you doing? Waiting for hydrogen. I have hydrogen. Oh, do I need to upgrade the pipes? Probably. 72 times 6, 432. What size pipe do you? Yeah, I need to upgrade some pipes. So, 432 minus 72 minus 72. Yeah, so the next one still has to go up one. Now all you should be working. Yeah. Now we'll start getting the steam to where all this goes. There we go. Now it's starting to go. Yeah, I was only running at 50% otherwise. Not even. You just went over too. Oof, that's gonna be tight. Well, we might find out if we can might just find out how long of a run we can make with these pipes with the radioactive stuff without causing problems. Or with causing problems. Who knows? We'll find out. It'll be for later use. Just gotta go there though.
Yes, I got snacks.
So, my dog loves food, and we are my father is having a snack, and if you do not share with him and he finds out that you had a snack, he gets really, really upset with you. It's actually hilarious. So if you don't come over, then you deal with a very upset dog. So that's what he was just doing. He was just calling him over for a snack. So I had to make sure I kicked him off the thing. Anyway, but yeah, I just had to make sure my dog was getting fed before someone gets upset. You guys are done. Need more to do. Yep. Layers here. Oh, this is a little overkill, but I'd rather go overkill than underkill. Yeah, let's get some uranium. We'll need it. Now, go back to this area. I try not to do an outrageous area in case I decide to come over and mine for sand or something like that, so it stays focused on what it's supposed to. So I try to keep within the area that I want it to work. And I can explain that a little bit better here in just. Aw. That's too big of an area. Philly. That's too big of an area too. You so and so. That's alright. So, here's why I'm saying what I'm saying on that is. You guys gonna start working yet? Yes, okay. You're out of field, that's fine. So if I set this here, and so set that there to start mining uranium. I can run this. If I was doing what, if I was able to go this far, which I'm not, I can run this like this. Okay, something similar. Now this guy will focus just on uranium, where this one here will just focus on the iron. You can overlap them, they'll do their job, they'll both dig out the same hole. They don't care. And if you put it to the right processing plant like this, you're not going to run into a problem. The problem I find is now you're trying to add so many ore and outputs. I mean, again, this is a large one, so who cares? Probably will handle it just fine. It's just now you're trying to dump in all the stone and stuff that you're getting from here and here into this, making everyone have to take that out a lot. Trust me, he's getting all the snacks. Yeah, he's sitting up with Papa, sitting there all nice and pretty, getting all the snacks. Not a very popular stream tonight, but it happens. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Views help. But anyway, I'm just trying to minimize the amount of stone going into this barrel. Granted, that just extends the problem. Now the trucks have to do 2 barrels, but this one doesn't get as full as fast as if I was trying to have both mining towers go into the one. So now that barrel fills up even faster, and it leaves less time for the trucks to transport the material out, keeping this backed up, not allowing to process the ores that I want it to process. I mean, I guess, and the devil's advocate, so to speak, there's you save one problem by causing another problem. Play it as you wish. There's no good answer, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. There's just the answer that you use. So, how are these guys doing on digging me out? They're getting there. Where's my dirt at? I gotta start filling this in with dirt. I gotta start doing something. And here's the other thing to that, like this plant, it's a nice setup here, quite a bit of space for everything, but now I have to have them travel from here to there, which slows down the excavators unless I add more trucks, but then I'm taking trucks away from my fleet that could be doing other things when there's nothing to do. Now, for example, when this backs up with iron and is full of iron, not processing stone, they don't have to worry about the stone or the dirt or anything. Granted, it's actually moving up over here, but still, they don't have to worry about that. That's one less step that they have to worry about, so they can go focus on delivering more steel to making more med packs. They could be moving food from my farms. Granted, I can also get that to work with just conveyor belts, but leaves the windows open for many things to happen. This is coming along much better. Right now it's just a waiting game. It's actually a very slow day in this. More or less be a time lapse of me just watching like this. Just let everybody watch everything. I can actually start a little bit more of the planning stage, I guess, now with the reactor setup. Maybe go in here somewhere or something. What are you guys doing? You can export. Export. Don't fill. Don't import. Export. Don't import. Export. And then delete. Beautiful. Can get rid of this. That's the next thing I gotta work on too, is getting research ready for the next tier of research. I have up to here, and I need to get this one processed ready to go. rated yet, which is fine. What is next year research consist of? I just need to make a lot of electronics too with them. Okay. There's electronics too. Better make that. Microchips, yay. Gold. Oh. I'm confused. Oh, it just keeps going down. There's just a lot involved in. Oh, that's not ready to go yet. Okay. That I can produce. Okay. B. No. And C. 2A. 2B. 2C. 3A. 3B. 3C. 4A. 4B. I need to do all that to get to that. So I can get to chips. Oh boy. All right. That's a big process just to get to my next stage of research. We take 48 for research. So 16, 32, 48. So that's 3 of these per lab. And they take 16 each. Once you 12. So 48, so that's 4 of them for those 3. 4 of these. But each one does 1, so that's easy enough. And then it's this I gotta figure out too. You make 24. Oh, one of these is 2 of these. Why am I doing it that way? That's stupid. One of these is... And I'm saying that's stupid because these use people, so I could save 16 people right here. At the 16 is a lot, but sometimes it can be. Well, save 16 people there, and then I would need half the resources here. 8. Yeah, it would only need 16 of these, so 1 would be enough. So there's another 8. Now you're 24 people that I just saved. And then you need 16 of those. It's 24, so 16 and 16 is 32, so I would only need 2 of those. So there's, I could just save 32 people right there. But because I'm being stupid, I've used more. I mean, for that matter, that would bring me up to 82 people. This needs 110. So going from the 50, I would need a lot less, a lot easier to get that many people in a hurry anyway, so you can get things working. Whatever. There's 3 more farms producing more food for my people. So you need 4 of those in the total. So 4 times 16, 64. And you're producing 24. So 3 of them. Yeah, just like that. Here's the question: do I want to? Do I need that for anything else? Yes, I need that for this, don't I? No. Not for there. Only for the labs. Nope. No, what it's for. Maintenance. Maintenance is making its own. Vehicle parts and other maintenance. Okay. I'm debating if I set up my own little segment. Kind of like this setup over here, where down here, right there. I do one of these. Can you tell me what you produced last month? If I look over here, well, that's total. Now you can see the production since I started at year 1. year 1748. Almost 2,000 years in this game. Granted, probably 7/8 of that was on double speed or triple speed. I've been consuming basically as much as I'm producing, which means, with that being said, I'm maxing the production out. I'm only producing what I'm consuming. I've never really overproduced. Well, that's the problem. I have overproduced to the point it won't produce more than it can store. No. But we'll let this run for a little bit, but I'm probably gonna bounce out for tonight. I think you guys want to sit here and stare at a screen like this, waiting for things to go where they're supposed to go. Try to dump some stuff. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably call it for tonight and try to stream again maybe Wednesday night. Depending what time I get out of work or not, might be able to throw an hour or so in here again, just like tonight, and see where else we can go from there. Hopefully we can actually get something done versus just kind of sit here and stare at things. Sorry for the boring stream tonight in the aspect of not much has been happening, but we'll aim again for Wednesday. Have a great night, guys, and enjoy. Bye.